Be Making Basics.
What's going on YouTube? Be Making Basics back again with another dope video. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe because I'm coming back to back with bangers. Today's video, I'm going to be giving you 3 tips to mix your beats in Logic Pro 10 with stock plugins in 2023. 3 tips, all right? First thing we're going to do is go ahead and start off with an audio track, okay? And I'm going to come over here and I have this beat right here. Let's check it out.
You got it.
All right, bet. The BPM is 142. All right, and let me just drag and drop the files real quick. So we're gonna let it do this thing real quick. Let it drag and drop the files. 3 steps, okay? First thing we're gonna do is come in here and just come to like the main part of the beat, like a hook part or whatever. Just a place that has all the instruments or most of them. So I'll come over here. Gonna organize everything real quick. All right, and let's just go ahead and get into the 3 tips. All right, first of all, you want to stay organized. That's going to be the first tip. The next tip is you want to get the proper levels, and 2, you want to get the proper EQ. All right, everything outside of that, you know, be honest with you, is icing on the cake. You know what I mean? So just getting organized. So what is getting organized? Just knowing where everything's at. So I have my drums usually at top. That's what, you know, that's really helps a lot. And then I have my drums or my melodies at the bottom. So now I don't have to like search through my beat to see what's going on. Everything is right there. So that's the first tip, is to get everything organized. All right. After everything's organized, another thing too, let me actually talk about that as well. Organization is going to be the group tracks with aux tracks. So if we come to the output, we can go to bus and we can send, like, say the drums to an aux track, and then we can send like the melody to an aux track. And what that's going to help us do is control the overall sound of a whole group. So instead of having to take up each one, you could just push the group up. But what we'll do now is talk about the levels. It's kind of a perfect segue. So what I like to do is like start out with the drums. Just get the drums sounding right first. So what I'll do is pull up the kick. And then I'll put that 808 like right under it. And even though it's peaking right here, I don't hear a whole lot of static, so that's cool. Then what I'll do is turn that snare up. All right, cool. So once you got the proper levels, once everything is organized and everything, what you want to do now is EQ. Now, before we go to EQ, and I do want to talk about what you could do with these aux tracks. Like I told you before, you do want to create some headroom, and you want to make sure it's not peaking. One way to do that is just to turn these aux tracks down. So like this is going to be our wet drums, and then this was going to be our wet melody. All right. Super simple way to get headroom on your mix. So yeah, next I want to talk about EQ, and what I like to do is something called subtractive EQing. Basically, this is the human hearing range right here from 20 hertz to 20,000 hertz. Lower ending sounding instruments like your 808s, kicks, stuff like that, anywhere between 30 to like maybe 200. It's most like low ending sounds. So here's the deal: like you don't want like your mid sounds or your high sounds to clash with your low sounds. So what you want to do is take out the low frequencies of your mid and your high frequency sounds. It's gonna make room for the low, and vice versa. You can take out the high frequencies of the low if you want to go that extra step. So for instance, for the snare, you know what I mean? So we could take out from 200 under here, and even though it's just a little thing, and this, it's gonna all add up. So we can just come down the list right here. This is the clap. And as we keep on doing this, you don't have to do it necessarily on everything, but the main parts is like some of these melody instruments. So as you keep doing this, it's gonna make a difference, you know. All right, lastly, we can just pan it to the left or right on certain instruments. You know what I mean? This is a real simple mix. I'm not doing too crazy, but just wanted to give you 3 tips just to keep everything organized. Make sure you get the proper levels. You don't have everything too loud or too soft in the mix. And then also make sure you're using subtractive EQing. Even if I didn't come on here and like use compressors and reverbs and stuff like that, you're still going to get a pretty solid mix just following those 3 tips. So make sure you get subscribed to my channel, and I'm going to play this beat from the beginning. You can kind of just hear without even adding too much more to this mix. It's already going to start sounding pretty decent. So like I'll maybe say pan these a little bit, that run a little bit, boom, boom. Now let's just check this out.
You got it.